Holy Priests. Few other healers provide the class fantasy of the pure, benevolent and noble healer better than they do. Yet their hopes of mixing and mingling with the other healers at the top of the leaderboard have largely been exactly that. A fantasy. To see if this holds true in the future as well, this video will explore what you can expect from Holy Priests and how they are likely going to perform in the upcoming season. Now, over the last few years, players have voiced their discontent with Holy Priests a million times over, quite rightfully pointing out flaws in their fundamental toolkit, driven by a lack of background healing from healing over time effects, as well as the absence of any mitigations for reducing damage on their teammates or on themselves. Unfortunately, while Blizzard is making significant changes to Holy Priest in Season 2, including major buffs to its overall throughput, the community's concerns about damage mitigations remain largely unheard. That being said, the changes that players are getting do manage to move the needle on gameplay satisfaction for Holy Priests quite substantially, in my opinion. As the headline feature of the 12.1 patch, Holy Priest's apex talent, Benediction, is receiving a rework. While previously Apotheosis would transform Flash Heal into Benediction, rather awkwardly concentrating more power inside Apotheosis than it needed to have, it is no longer doing that in Season 2. Instead, each cast of your holy word Serenity is going to turn your next Flash Heal into Benediction. This makes the usage of Benediction significantly more deterministically plannable than in Season 1, as you can consistently alternate between casting Serenity and Benediction. This change substantially enhances the base power of Holy Priest's rotation, as you only very rarely need to cast Flash Heal anymore. Moreover, the reliance on Flash Heal is further diminished by Oracle hero talents rising back to prominence in Season 2, granting you 2 charges of Prayer of Mending, thereby significantly amplifying your chances of obtaining Benediction procs to start with. From my experience on the PTR, you are going to have Benediction available most of the time, and whenever you don't, there's usually a charge of Serenity available to reactivate it. Add to that the 15% healing increase Blizzard have granted Benediction at large, and we're looking at a significant power enhancement to Holy Priest's base healing profile. Indeed, in combination with multiple flat healing buffs to Holy Priests over the course of the PTR, they are in an excellent position from a throughput perspective. Additionally, their new tier set and its reintroduction of Renew, as well as the higher number of Prayers of Mending available on your team due to the Oracle hero talents, also provides Holy Priest with an admirable, albeit not overwhelming, amount of background healing in Season 2, slightly reducing their need to rely exclusively on high-power reactive spells for healing. The dominant builds on the PTR run Ultimate Serenity in combination with Lasting Words, which means that each Holy Word Serenity you cast will apply Renew to your entire party. This also means that you will not need to actively manage Renews on your teammates to harness the power of your tier set, as your team will constantly have Renew applied to them by virtue of you casting Serenity all the time anyway. However, despite its newfound power in Benediction as well as background healing from Prayer of Mending and Renew, you should not expect that Holy Priest's gameplay is going to feel very relaxing. If you're looking to chill out, best reroll Shaman. As a Holy Priest, you will still need to react very quickly to incoming damage spikes, with the fact that Desperate Times is being run as part of most meta builds, telling you everything you need to know about how often you'll need to recover teammates from low HP. That being said, Holy Priest's ability to do exactly that is unrivaled by any other healer in Season 2, as Serenity and Benediction move HP bars with overwhelming confidence, perhaps only matched by Paladin's power spike around instant cast Holy Lights after activating Avenging Wrath. Indeed, Holy Priest is probably my favorite healer on the PTR at the moment, as each of your spells feels highly impactful, and rotating between Serenity, Benediction and Prayer of Mending delivers very high HPS to your entire party. On top of this highly satisfying and, truth be told, quite potent rotation, Blizzard have done away with another main problem Holy Priests were facing in Season 1. Mana drain. Mana cost reductions to Flash Heal and especially Benediction make it so that mana consumption is largely a non-issue for Holy Priests in Season 2, at least if played correctly, which is great because Holy Priests did not really have a way to counteract the mana drain of their rotation. As a Discipline Priest, for example, you can cast fewer shields and not use Shadow Mend to preserve mana in situations with lower healing requirements, but you cannot do the same as a Holy Priest, as there are no low mana spells available that could serve as a substitute substitute for your base rotation. Therefore, the reduced mana drain is a very welcome change in my opinion, meaning that you will only run the risk of running low on mana as a Holy Priest if you are continually blasting at full throughput for several minutes, which does not usually happen in Mythic Plus. All in all, I think that Holy Priests are in a great position at the start of Season 2, featuring a strongly enhanced rotation both from a gameplay smoothness perspective as well as from a power perspective. However, they are still likely going to struggle forging a path to the top of the leaderboard in Season 2, as their base weaknesses in lack of damage mitigations and survivability remain largely unaddressed. Granted, Blizzard are throwing us a bone by changing Divine Hymn so that you will always gain the Guardian Spirit buff while it is channeling, making the usage of the spell marginally safer. But using it is still quite awkward, as Guardian Spirit itself states that it will not save you from massive damage. So just tanking a ground effect while channeling is likely still going to kill you? I haven't tried that yet. If that is indeed the case, then you will still need to move out of ground effects while channeling Divine Hymn, meaning that barely anything has changed. Beyond this rather underwhelming change to Divine Hymn, priests are unfortunately not on the receiving end of any significant changes to their toolkit, so their base weakness in not being able to save others or themselves from otherwise unhealable damage remains a significant problem and substantially degrades the specialization suitability for high-end Mythic Plus content. At the end of the day, it is difficult to overcome all challenges with raw reactive healing power, especially since the quick reactions that Holy Priests demand of the players piloting them additionally introduce non-negligible error potential that is less present on classes with a more proactive and forgiving toolkit. Finally, of course, there's another elephant in the room for Holy Priests and priests in general, which is that they don't have a poison dispel. Poisons are going to be absolutely everywhere in Season 2, and the inability to remove them is likely going to preclude priests from becoming a meta healer categorically, unless their base throughput is unreasonably more powerful than that of the other healers, for which there are no indications at this time. Alright, where does that leave us with Holy Priests then? Personally, I'm very excited for the class. Its gameplay feels extremely smooth and, dare I say, powerful, so much so that it's probably the healer that I'm having the most fun with right now on the PTR. That being said, my excitement is driven first and foremost by how the class feels to play, not by my expectations of its prospects of becoming a dominant healer in the coming season. Thus, if you're looking to pick up a healer on which you will have a ton of fun and be able to progress to high key levels without major issues, Holy Priest stands at the ready to meet that need. If, however, you're looking at Season 2 through a performance-focused lens, aiming to push keys as high as you possibly can, Holy Priest's lack of poison dispels and damage mitigations will likely leave you stranded somewhere along the way, and you will be better served devoting your efforts to one of the other healer specs. Now, if this video has sparked your curiosity regarding Holy Priest gameplay, check out this gameplay commentary video, or this one if you're instead interested in learning about Holy Paladin, which stands a significantly better chance of becoming the top dog healer in the next season. Like the video if you liked it, and please consider subscribing to my channel for more future content like this. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and see ya.